Keith Rucker at VintageMachinery.org. Well guys, this will be my first video of 2017, but in many ways it's kind of a wrap-up video of 2016 and what 2016 was for me. And for me, 2016 was the year of the shop. As you guys have been following my channel know, I've been building a shop out at my house, and I'm by no means anywhere close to being completely finished with this thing. But we have finally hit what I consider to be a major milestone, and that is I've got a space that I'm pretty much able to come in and start working in now. And like I said, it has been a long time coming. The shop, really started at the beginning of 2016. We got our slab poured around Thanksgiving 2015, but my contractor showed up and started framing. It was just right after the first of the year. And it has taken me a full year really to get to where I am today. And ironically, we had a work day out here last Friday and Saturday, which was December 30th and 31st. So the last 2 days of 2016, we had some work days. And thanks to all the guys that came out to give me a hand, we were able to pretty much get the shop where it is now what I consider a usable space, at least on the machine shop side. Now the wood shop in the back, that's a whole nother story, and it's going to take us a while to get there on that. But I do want to tell a little bit about what went on our work day. I want to give you guys a little shop tour around here and just tell you what all's going on. So for the 2 work days that we had, I did a better job this time. I actually kept track of people's names, which I really regret not doing on the first one. Just got busy and it just got past me. But I did ask folks to sign in and took a roll, I guess, of the 2 days. We had 5 people each day show up, and I shot some time-lapse video, so I'm going to go ahead and start rolling that, kind of let you see the progress as we worked on the first 2 days. But on Friday, the first day, we really kind of started the morning out working on the center section, getting that last, there was only a couple of strips of pine tongue and groove that need to go up in the top, but it took a little while to do, just being up high. We also had a little bit of trim work we had to finish up that took a little bit of time, and working that last piece in, you had to kind of cut it just right all the way down to make it fit. So that took a little while. And then once we got that done, we had to hang the lights back up that we had taken down and then take the scaffolding down. So really, even though the actual work only took maybe an hour and a half, as far as putting those last couple of boards up, it took all morning. In fact, when we broke for lunch, we really kind of were finished with this intersection. And we did break for lunch, and then in the afternoon, we started putting up on the north side of the building, put the tongue and groove ceiling up over there, and got probably maybe not quite halfway done with that on the first day, and probably worked till about 4:30 that afternoon, and it was time to take a break, so we knocked off. And for the guys that came in on Friday were Tracy Homer, Miles McDonald, David King, Mike Wiggins, and Matt Linden. Most of those guys were fairly local. Tracy, Miles, and David were all from here in Tifton. Mike Wiggins, of course, the backyard machine shop guy from over in around Statesboro, Savannah, Georgia area, longtime friend of mine. He was able to come down and got a YouTube channel himself. And then Matt Linden came up, actually drove up from Jacksonville, Florida, which was kind of cool. So on Friday morning, we kind of came back in again and started back up on the ceiling, finished putting that up, and got that all the way up. And again, it only took, we were pretty much through with that by lunchtime. It didn't take that long to knock out that last little bit of ceiling up there. It went up pretty quick. And then after that was done, we put some trim up around the edge while I had some help. I told them it took, I put these trim boards up around the other side by myself on a ladder, and it took me probably about an hour and a half to do it by myself. You know, climbing the ladder, measuring, sawing, going back and forth, climbing up and down, nailing it up myself. It took about 10 minutes to put it up with all the help here and working off the scaffolding. And while we had a crew here, we went ahead and closed in the wall on the east side of the shop that divides the machine shop from the woodworking shop. And I finally got that framed up, as you probably saw in a previous video. But we went ahead and got the bead board put up on that. So it's all enclosed. And on Saturday, of course, that was New Year's Eve. Didn't want to work people too hard. We were through, I think, 3 o'clock. Folks were pretty much packing up and headed for the house. And my crew that came in on Saturday was Brad Richards, Michael Cochran, Bruce Graham, Wayne Hall, and Miles McDonald again. Again, most of these guys were from the general area. Let's see, Wayne, I think, no, Bruce, excuse me. Bruce came up from the Gainesville, Florida area. Let's see, we had one from Albany, Georgia, one from Fitzgerald, Georgia, which are both, fairly close by. And then, was it Perry, Georgia, I think, was the other one that came down, which again is probably about an hour drive for a couple of those guys. So anyway, again, thank you for all the help. Everybody that came out, pitched a hand, and got this thing knocked out. And we really were able to do it in short order. Lots of hands, get lots of work done. So it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. I hope you guys that came in had a great time as well. But for me, the exciting thing is that my space, it's not 100% done. I've still got some more trim work to do. I've still got to put my wainscoting up. I told you I was going to put some metal up on the walls, probably about 3 foot high. And I'm waiting to get that up before I really kind of finish trimming things out, because that needs to go up first. But most of that's all down low. I can do that myself. So it's the nice thing is right now this area is usable, which is my big thing, and I can start moving some stuff in here. So speaking of which, let me kind of give you a tour around. I have moved a few machines around, kind of got them positioned at least where I think I want them. I wouldn't be surprised if things get rearranged a few times as I start putting things in here and try things out. People always try to map things out on a piece of paper beforehand. I like to actually just put stuff in there, and because when I've mapped it out on a piece of paper, when I actually get it in there, I don't like it, and I end up moving it around anyway. So I kind of had in my mind how I wanted things set up, and we've still got a lot of stuff to move in here, but we are making progress. So let's give you a quick tour. I've kind of got my corner back here in the back. This is going to be my turning area, and that's kind of where I have my lathes, and I've kind of got them all kind of in a horseshoe shape around here. So I've got the LeBlanc back up against the wall. That's my 12-inch LeBlanc. Still got to do some more work to get it running. I've been working on the shop, I haven't finished it up yet, but I'm real close. And now that we've kind of got the shop finished, that's next. I'm going to really kind of knock that thing out, hopefully, over the next week or so, and have a machine where I can start making some chips in here. Of course, we have the 16-inch Monarch over here. You guys have seen that before. Haven't done anything else once we set it there. And then the big 28-inch Monarch had been moved over here where it's going to sit, and it's now more or less, I haven't actually got it, either one of these lathes are not down on the floor yet and leveled. That's something still yet to do, but they are, I think, pretty much where I want to put them at. So we're just going to kind of leave them here. And I like having this arrangement because I've got all my lathes in one area, so I can keep all my lathe tooling and tools and stuff in this general vicinity right here and be able to quickly go grab stuff. And I'm still working out. I got to get my stuff in here and really start working on how I'm going to situate tools and tooling and stuff. But I've got some ideas, but that hasn't come yet, but it will be coming soon. I thought I would give you a quick look at the 28-inch Monarch because we have done something fairly major on it, I guess you'd say. If you remember when we got this machine, it really, really looked ratty. It had probably 4 or 5 layers of paint that was just literally peeling off of it. The machine looked absolutely terrible. And when we brought it in, it just came right in and it looked that way. Well, over the last couple of weeks, it's been Christmas break for a college student that is a friend of mine or a friend of our family, and he's been wanting to make some money. So Miles McDonald, you heard me mention his name, helping out in here. Miles actually has been working for me some over the Christmas break, helping me do a lot in the shop itself. But he had a couple of days where I was out of town. I said, all right, clean that machine up. And he came in here and basically just took a wire wheel to this thing and manhandled it. And it's not 100%, but it's probably 90% cleaned up as far as getting the old paint off. We've still got to literally clean it up because I just haven't had time to do it. It's just got everything just piled up on it, dust and everything. It's just sitting here right now. But this machine looks tons better just in more of its naked state than it did with all that peeling paint. And I really, really like the lines on this machine. This one, when it gets painted up, she's really going to pop. She's going to look really sharp. I really like the curves and stuff in here. So I'm excited to see this lathe looking a little bit better. It still has a long way to go. And again, quite honestly, this machine is pretty far down the line as far as restorations go. I've got several things that are going to be in front of this in the queue. My 16-inch Monarch will probably get done before the big one. I need to get my surface grinder running. I need to get my milling machines moved in here. And although they don't need any, they're both operational, they do need to be cleaned up and some stuff before I bring them in. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff to happen before this machine is gotten to, but we got a big chunk of it done, and I was excited about that. So you saw me kind of shooting my intro video over in this corner, and this corner of the shop is very much a work in progress. This is going to kind of be my workstation area. It's going to have cabinets, some countertops, some tool cabinets, whatever that I can store a lot of my tools and what have you over in here, and also have some workbench space. And I've got a lot of work to get this done, but it is kind of my plan to make that this corner over here. One thing that we did do is I have got internet down here in the shop now. We actually ran a cable, ran both coax as well as a Cat5 cable down here to the shop underground, buried some stuff. It's not buried yet, but it will be soon. I got a piece of, got it all in some conduit going up to the house. Actually got that hooked up and running today, so I've got a little Wi-Fi router down here in the shop now, so I've got internet on my phone. I actually can stream some music in here, which is really nice. I've been excited about that. I'll probably eventually get a computer to go down here, a laptop or something, where I can do comments and so forth from right here in the shop, which again, I'm excited about. Also got my sticker board kind of put together with all my stickers I've been collecting over the last couple of years. People have been sending me, and other YouTube creators have given me, either when I've met them or through mail or what have you. So kind of glad to get all these finally displayed. And if you got a YouTube channel sticker that you'd want to contribute, just shoot me a message, send me a note. I'll do a swap with you, give you one of my stickers, and back and forth. But anyway, kind of excited to have all those where I can finally get them where people can see them. I know that's something that a lot of the guys on YouTube have, all the channel stickers from other channels in their shop. And I finally got me a wall and a place to put mine, and excited about that. So I've got some workbenches just kind of in here right now. This is my woodworking workbench, which will end up going into the woodworking shop eventually, but it's over here now because it's a good bench space, and I need some bench space in here at the moment. And this bench here is just temporary as well, but eventually I'll be bringing my milling machines in. I have both my Wells Index as well as a little K&T number 2H, and those are probably going to end up going kind of right in this area in here, back to back, angled. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to position them yet, but I'm going to kind of have a milling area right in here. At least that's my plan right now. And have all my machine tools pretty much kind of milling inlays all kind of right here in the general vicinity close to one another. So back here along the back side of the big Monarch right now, this is just temporary, but it seems like it's surface plate central through here. So you know, you guys probably saw my video where I got my surface plate lapped, flattened. This grade A right now, and I need to get this set up and leveled. We're actually going to be having a scraping class coming up later in January. I'm going to have about 10 or 12 people coming here, and Richard King's coming down to teach a class here at my shop, which I'm hosting, and I need my surface plate for that, and I'm probably going to set it up kind of right here for now, just because it's kind of a central place where people can bring things to and reference. Over here, I just got a workbench, and there's 3 more surface plates on that. 2 of them were 2 other ones that were calibrated. One of them's mine, the small one on the end. There's a cast iron one there in the middle that's mine. Of course, we didn't calibrate that one. I just brought it down here. And then this one on the end belongs to Neil Tyson, who I carried his up there to have it calibrated. His was calibrated to a AA. And then I got another surface plate back in the wood shop right now, actually, that belongs to Jeff Clow that was calibrated as well. So it seems like I got a lot of surface plates in here right now. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put this permanently, but at least for the scraping class, this is where I'm going to probably leave it, just again so folks can come up, use it, and it'll be kind of in a central place. And we'll have workbenches kind of in here where people can work off of for that scraping class. I know Adam Booth mentioned he's actually coming to the class, as well as a couple other YouTube creators. I won't spill all the beans right now who's coming, but I will mention, because I've had some emails. Unfortunately, the class is full. It filled up really quick. In fact, I was planning on advertising it on my YouTube channel several months ago, but before I even got to mention it, the class filled up. So there's only so many spots, and so unfortunately we don't have any more room in the class. But well, who knows? We may do another scraping class down the road, hand scraping for getting stuff perfectly flat. And I'm sure you'll be seeing some videos from that class coming up from myself, as well as some of the other YouTube machine shop creators who are going to be coming in for that as well. So over in this part of the shop, this is actually going to become my welding area, and I've still got to get some welders and what have you to go out here. That'll be coming down the road. I do have my welding table just kind of sitting here right now, and yes, it is piled up with junk. I've got to get this thing cleaned off and get some stuff off of this table and put up. There's actually a couple of projects on here in disarray right now, as things have just been chaotic in here the last few months. I am going to raise this up about 6 inches. This is a little bit short for my liking. In fact, I got some square tubing right over here on the bench. We're going to saw those up, put legs up underneath here and weld them in and raise this up. That'll probably be a project coming up pretty soon, because actually I need to get this raised up before the scraping class. But anyway, this will be my welding table, and again, welders will probably go over here against the wall. I got my power panel here. Probably going to put some shelving along this back wall back here, just for storage and what have you. And then that'll kind of round out this area over here, I believe. Here in the center of the shop, I'm going to kind of have a grinding area, an area where I'll try to keep my grinding dust more or less confined to. And of course, I have my big surface grinder. This is my Landis surface grinder. I haven't done anything with this except bring it in here and just set it down. And it's not even set down. I need to get this thing. I think this is where I want to put it. I'm still toying around, but I kind of like this location. So this is kind of what I'm looking at. Probably when I get the LeBlanc lathe done, this is going to be the next machine for me to get out here. And first thing I've got to do is just get it sitting on the floor, get it leveled. I'm going to fire it up, test it out, and just see what needs to be done to it. I was told this machine was actually in pretty good shape when I got it. The paint's not great on it. It's not bad either. I think it'll actually clean up a little bit nicer. But for right now, the goal is just to get this thing operational. At some point in time, we may strip it down and do at least a cosmetic restoration on it. And depending on what may need to be done, we may go a little bit farther than that. Again, I have not ran this machine myself. I have not seen this machine under power. I just was told that it was in pretty good shape. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that that's the case. But anyway, big surface grinder, really looking forward to starting to mess with this. And again, that'll probably be the next project in the queue once the LeBlanc's done. And on the back side of the surface grinder, I have more grinding stuff. And again, this is just kind of sitting here right now, but I've got my big 5 horsepower Baldor grinder. Man, I love this machine. Picked this up from Mike Wiggins several years ago. Traded another machine with him for it, and It is one sweet grinder. I think I've shown it in maybe a video a long time ago, but many of you guys may not have ever seen this thing run. I have to fire it up and show it to you. It's pretty amazing. This thing's got some muscle to it. And I also have my Sellers drill grinder just kind of sitting here right now. Not sure this is where this will end up, but kind of like keeping all my grinding stuff right here together. So I've got a couple other grinders that will probably end up, bench grinders that will probably end up out here as well. So we'll see how this all ends up. But I really kind of like the idea of keeping all my grinding dust in one little area. Behind me here is just a little Atlas drill press. This actually belongs in the wood shop. I've just got it over here right now because I don't have another drill press in here right now. Actually, I've got plans for a drill press. So I won't say anything else about that right now, but for now anyway, I just got it in here where I can use it. So right now this is just kind of an open area back here, and again, I'm not going to say too much about what I have planned for this area, but I do have some stuff that will be coming in this, taking up most of this space at some point in time, so we'll just kind of leave it at that. Back behind me here, this will be a little bathroom. Got a plumbing, we've got the plumbing roughed in now. I've still got to get everything hooked up. That's something I hope to get done between now and the scraping class so that we can actually have a restroom out here in the shop. I am going to put a little shop tub sink out here in the shop or for just washing whatever, so I don't have to use the bathroom and the sink for what have you. But anyway, got all that roughed in right now, so hopefully it won't be long and we'll have some plumbing out here maybe. So I'm going to try to do a little pan here and kind of show you the finished ceiling and the finished bays as best I can. It's kind of hard to really get all this into the camera view. Anyway, you can see the top is all done now. We have our lights hanging up on the other side. Got plenty of good light in here. I think I'm going to put some more powerful bulbs in the center section here. It's kind of a little bit dark in the middle. I found some LED bulbs that can go up there that are a little bit brighter. So I'm going to probably buy a few of those and swap them out just to see if I can get that middle section a little bit brighter. But as you can see, trim work, everything kind of worked out in here, and walls all up. Again, we've still got some more trim work to do to really finish it out. But it is coming along really, really nice, and I'm really excited. I'm going to put sliding doors in those doors between the two shops. That's something I've still got to do. Also got to get some doors put into the bathroom, and I got a little crawl space up there above for some storage and what have you. So with that, I think that'll be a wrap for this video. Just wanted to give you guys a look. I tell you, I've been off work took some vacation at Christmas this year, and of course we had some family stuff going on, and wasn't all spent out here in the shop, but a couple of weeks, pretty much every day I was out here in the shop working, and I had Miles helping me a lot on a lot of those days, doing a lot of the little nitpicky stuff in here. A lot of it was just slow and tedious work. I am really, really tickled that I finally got this shop at a place again where I'm just about where I can start working in here. So that is really exciting news for me. I've been kind of under the crunch knowing that I have the scraping class coming up and needing to get it knocked out. And I can finally sigh a little relief knowing that we can have the class in here now. Even if we had to walk in and do it just like it is right now, we could pull it off, and there are some things I still want to do between now and then, but it's where it needs to be. And I want to give a really big thank you to all the guys that have come out and helped me on my different work days. We've had 3 different work days out here now, and just the turnout from that has been great. Every time we've done it, the crowd has been just the right size. We haven't had too many people where people were tripping over each other, or we weren't getting work done because there was just too many people around. It was just the right size. People pitched in. They were glad to do whatever needed to be done, and we got a lot of work done really quickly with some really good help. And I've met a lot of great new friends that I'm proud to know. And anyway, those were a lot of fun. And I think we'll probably try to do some more down the road. Of course, we've still got the other side of the shop to do. It's going to be much lower priority over on that side. In fact, I may not even try to do any ceiling work. I may do a little bit more this winter before it gets hot, but I'm not going to try to do any during the summertime. It's just too hot to be doing it up there. Really was nice weather. Even be a little bit cool in here, but when you get up high on that scaffolding, it warms up pretty quick, and it really was nice weather for us to be doing some of that work. So with that, that'll be a wrap. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody that's pitched a hand in helping. Thank you to all the great comments and encouragement that I've gotten from all my subscribers out there over the last year working on the shop. It has been a lot of fun. We've still got a long ways to go, but we're finally to a place where we can maybe start doing some work out here in the new shop. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later.